everyone, welcome to Low Carb Revelation. I am Paula and I live a keto low carb lifestyle. Today I am going to be talking about electrolytes. Now I am not a doctor, I'm not a medical professional, and I'm not a scientist. I'm going to be talking to you today about electrolytes in the way that I understand it, which is a simple way because that's how I am. I have been doing a lot of research in the past year since I have been doing keto. I've read a lot and I have watched some doctors on YouTube. I in particular like Dr. Ken Berry and I like Dr. Westman, and there are some other doctors on there that I like to watch as well that are very knowledgeable in these subjects. And I will link them down below. If anybody knows any other keto or carnivore doctors on YouTube that are really good, feel free to put them in the comments for other people to see. But I really got my start by watching Dr. Ken Berry. A lot of the information that he shared was the reason why I started doing keto, and I started keto because of my health problems that I was having. I chose to do a clean keto, and there is a term called dirty keto or lazy keto that a lot of people do, and they're very successful on at losing weight. And if you're just in it to lose weight, you could do dirty keto or lazy keto and eat the packaged prepared foods. You should do fine and be really successful at weight loss. But I wasn't in it for weight loss. I was in it for my health. So the foods that I eat are mostly one ingredient foods. I eat a lot of fresh meat and a lot of fresh vegetables. I do eat some packaged meat that do have some additives in them, but I do read the ingredient labels on the packaged meats, and I try to make sure that the ingredients are minimal and that they're clean ingredients. I do eat salami and bacon and some other foods that have gone through processes. And so I just make sure that I buy whatever is the cleanest. Not replacing electrolytes when you are on a keto diet could be the biggest mistake that you make when you're doing keto. Your body needs minerals, it needs sodium, it needs potassium, it needs magnesium. So this is the way that I understand electrolytes in a nutshell. Like I said, it's gonna be very simple, and I'm not 100% sure that I'm explaining it accurately. So I encourage you to do your research, watch the doctors that I recommended, and read on why you need electrolytes for your body and that sort of thing. This is sort of what I have gleaned from what I've learned, and so it's just going to be pretty simple. First of all, I want to talk about when you first start keto. There is what we call the keto flu that you can get in the first few weeks of doing keto. Here are some of the things that you can get when you have the keto flu. It's headaches, fatigue, irritability, muscle aches, muscle cramps, weakness, brain fog, and there's other things that come along with that too. Having those symptoms are usually the reason why a lot of people don't make it past the first month of doing keto, because they feel terrible. If you're not replacing the electrolytes that you need in your body that you're going to be losing, I'll tell you about that in a minute, you're going to feel lousy and you're not going to want to continue. So explained simply in my terms, I guess, the reason why you lose electrolytes when you are on a keto diet is when you eat a high carb diet, you eat foods that are high in sodium. There's a lot of packaged foods that you eat that are high carbs. There's a lot of preserved foods. There's a lot of processed foods. And all of those foods have a lot of sodium in them. And you're not needing to take in sodium because you're getting sodium from all those foods. Well, when you take out those foods and you're left with the fresh whole ingredient foods that I talked about, meat and fresh vegetables, they don't have sodium in them. With the exception of ham or lunch meat or bacon, they are not processed and they don't have added sodium in them. You have to add salt to it. When you're not eating high carb foods, you're not continually replacing the sodium in your body. When you urinate, you deplete your sodium, your electrolytes, it all gets flushed out. But when you continue to eat the high carb foods, you're putting the sodium back in. When you stop eating those foods, you are now just urinating all of that out. You're not replacing them. So that is why you have to replace the sodium and the potassium and the magnesium, all the minerals. That's why we're so adamant about drink your electrolytes. So now that you're on a whole food, one ingredient, fresh food diet and you're eating whole one ingredient foods that don't have salt, you have to add salt to those foods. You can use any salt to salt your foods with. I like real salt. I'm really low on this. I have a couple of bags coming in the mail. It should be here any day now, but I use this a lot. This is unrefined mineral salt. They get this from a cave in Utah, and you can read all about it, and it has all of these minerals in it that's good for your body. That's why I like this salt, and I'm not trying to sell this salt to you. I get a discount on this salt. I get the same discount that they give me in a code to give to my subscribers, that you can go and you can shop with my code and you can save money. I get the same discount. I think it's a healthier salt all around, and it helps to add the minerals back into your body. You can also use this to make your own electrolytes. I've never made my own electrolytes before, but you can do some research and you can make your own. You can also drink pickle juice. I can't chug down pickle juice. I just can't do it. I love pickles, but a lot of people say that pickle juice helps them replace their electrolytes. Some people drink bone broth and they get their sodium that way. Use Relight electrolyte powders. And again, I am not trying to sell this product. I just have a discount code and a link down below where you can go and shop if you're interested. This right here is $40 without the discount. It's expensive. This has the real salt in it because it's made by the same company. It's the same, you can get these on the same website. And it also has the added potassium and magnesium and the minerals in that you need. I just do it this way because I like these. I like the flavors of these. They do have a little bit of stevia sweetener in them, but they still are salty. So be aware of that when you order these, that you're gonna drink it and it's gonna be salty. But I really like the salty taste of it now. I'm not big on like Gatorade or Powerade. I just don't think that they have enough of the nutrients and the minerals that you need in them, but you can drink them. A lot of people benefit from them, but I do recommend that if you are buying those, to get the sugar-free ones because of the carb count and the sugar count. So make sure that you are reading the label. So I hope that explains it a little bit. That's why all of us keto people say to make sure you're getting your electrolytes, because depleting your electrolytes and because you're not having the high sodium foods, no longer you are not replenishing. So you have to make sure you're taking in those electrolytes. Now, as far as how much electrolytes you need, I think everyone is different. And what I do every morning after I have my coffee, I have a scoop of this in a big glass of water, and I start with that. And a lot of times that's all I'll have depending on how I feel. I'm being very active throughout the day. If I'm sweating or exercising, or if it's really hot out and I'm sweating out, I will add more. It just depends on how athletic you are, how much you're working out, how much salt you're adding to your foods. All of that can factor in. I kind of go by what my body feels. If I'm feeling tired or if I'm having muscle cramps. The other night, for the first time in a very long time, I had a Charlie horse in my calf. I never get those. So I went and I got a big glass of the electrolytes, and it really seemed to help. So just listen to your body. If you are drinking electrolytes and you're still having fatigue or muscle cramps or headaches or any of the symptoms that I said, just try to have some more and see if that helps. You might be lacking in some of those minerals. So that is what I have for you today. It's not a big scientific explanation. That is the way that I understand it, and that is the way that I can explain it. And I know that electrolytes really help me. I don't go a day without them. I always make sure that I have these with me if I go out of town or whatever. I do not miss these. My channel is growing really quickly. I just was very unexpected of that happening. And I get a lot of comments, and a lot of the comments are questions, and it's really hard to answer all of the questions in a timely manner. I'm trying to answer them all to the best of my ability, but it takes a lot of time to sit down and read them all. And so I will sit down in the morning sometimes when I'm having my coffee and just go through and try to answer them. If I have missed your comment or your question, know that I am trying my best to work through them and get to you an answer. The reason why I did this video was I had a lot of questions about electrolytes in the comments. And so I decided to answer it this way instead of trying to go through each and every comment. So I'm starting to write down questions that people are asking, especially the ones that are more repetitive questions. There's one question that I get a lot, and that is if I do intermittent fasting. We do intermittent fasting, me and my husband both do, and it is a great benefit to keto. You don't have to do it to be successful at keto, but it is a great benefit. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to write all those questions down and then make short videos about them. That is my video for today. I hope that you got something out of it. Make sure that you get your electrolytes in every day. You will feel a lot better. I have my link down below in the description of the Redmond Real Salt website. You can go to the link, you can put in low carb revelation at checkout, and you can get the electrolyte powder and you can get the salt from the website. The salt is so good for you. Just research it. Research Redmond's Real Salt and read about the benefits of this salt. I love the smoked salts on my meat. It's just so good. So I'm gonna go for now. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up because it helps out my channel. I will see you in my next video, and as always, God bless.